I'll be talking about the three D, the three Ds, the three Ds. Now, the first D stands for deliverance, the second D stands for discipleship, and the third D stands for deployment. I like you to know that the first reality that happens to a man is deliverance. Deliverance from what? Deliverance from sin. That is being born again. After a person has been delivered from sin by being born again, the next thing is not just to leave the person. No. The next thing is discipleship. Now, it is in the process of discipleship that they now begin to look like the Jesus they received. That's why we have so many people that claim I'm a Christian, but they don't look like Jesus. Why? Because they have skipped the discipleship process. They think everything is just, I've given my life to Christ and that's all. No. The moment you are delivered from sin, which means that you are being born again, the next level you should enter into is discipleship. You must submit under certain people who have track records of faithfulness in the service of the Lord to disciple you. And after discipleship, the next thing is deployment. Deployment has to do with, is that point of going out to represent Jesus. That point where you can be, you can be, you can be accountable for some people's life. There are several people they give their life to Christ. That's the first deliverance. They skipped discipleship and they jumped into deployment. So they went out and started ministry. They went out and began to call themselves mentors, father in the Lord, when they are not properly disciples. No wonder we have a lot of disasters around, a lot of calamities, a lot of people who are victims. You need to follow the process. My question is this: before you begin to call yourself Papa, Mama, before you call yourself a Papa, before you call yourself a Mama, my question is: have you been discipled? The only good thing about your life is just that you have given your life to Christ. Okay, I'm born again. And so what? What's the next thing? After being born again, you need to go to the next level, which is the second D, and that is discipleship. You need to be discipled. It is at that point that you look like Jesus. Until you are discipled, you will not look like Jesus. You will only be confessing that you are a child of God with the mouth. And you know what that means? When you confess what you don't look like, you your life will become a, a comic figure. It will become a figure of laughter, because even your generation will laugh at you. Why? Because you are saying what you do not look like. May the Lord give us understanding in the name of Jesus. The first D is deliverance from sin, and that is being born again. And I told you that's not enough. After you have given your life to Christ, you need to submit yourself for mentorship. Find people that have a track record of faithfulness in the faith and let them mentor you. Let them disciple you. It is after this discipleship process that you'll be strong enough to help others. That's why we have several people who are at the war front wasting their lives. Why? Because many of them they skip the training process. The discipleship process is the training process. It's just like somebody that went to the army barrack, and they gave him uniform without any training, and straight away they asked him to go to war. And of course, you know that he's going to be a victim there. Why? Because he had skipped the training process. Don't skip training process. Don't be carried away by the fact that, oh, you have given your life to Christ and now you can speak in tongues. Speaking in tongues does not replace the place of discipleship. Speaking in tongues does not replace the place of discipleship. Having the gift of the Spirit, oh, now you can see things in the Spirit. Oh, you can prophesy. You have word of knowledge. That does not replace the place of discipleship. Don't be deceived. Be discipled. Otherwise, you become crippled. Many people become crippled in the faith because they are not discipled. May you be humble enough to submit yourself for discipleship before you are deployed out in the name of Jesus. This is the wisdom of God. Don't sell it.